let's solve this guy just the way we were solving them on the last, the last problem. Now, a lot of you have a particular bent when it comes to solving equations. Some of you say x's have to be on the left. There's no other place for them to be. Others will move terms in a way that's most beneficial to you so that you can create a positive coefficient for your variable term. It doesn't matter what you do. It should all work out to be the same. Now, some of you will say, you know what, let me go ahead and move my x's to the left. So keep in mind your two sides of the equation. If I subtract 2x on the right, I subtract 2x on the left. Do you all agree? Now, what did I just do? I moved my variables where? I moved them to the left. Which means I need to do what with my constants? Move them to the right, so that means I need to subtract 25. Do you all agree? Say again? So what do I have on my left side of the equation? Negative 9x is equal to what? Negative 39. I just have to say, ew, like, oh, there's too many negatives, right? Yeah. And you're probably, Mr. Craig, you're enough negative for all of us. Well, what do I do now? How do I finish this guy?
Multiply times 1, negative 1.
I could multiply times negative 1, or why don't I just go ahead and divide by negative 9? It's still going to accomplish the same thing. It'll save us a step. Okay. Negative 9 divided by negative 9 is going to be a positive 1 for the coefficient of x. On the right side, what's negative divided by negative? Positive. 39 and 9 have a common factor of what?
3.
Of 3, right? So if I reduce each of these guys by 3, I get what? 13 over 3. Okay. Remember, understand what this fraction means. You've got 13 times 3 over 3 times 3. So what happens with the 3 over 3? It equals 1. That's why I get to reduce this by that common factor of 3. So I claim that my answer here is positive 13/3. Do you all agree?
Mm-hmm. Or 4 1/3.
Or 4 1/3. If you make this as a mixed number, x is 4 1/3. Or x is equal to, can I say 4.3?
Yeah.
No, I can't. This is right, this is right, this is wrong. Unless I do that. Because if you were to compute this guy, it's not just 4.3. The 3's go on forever. So if I use the repeating bar above that, then this is an acceptable answer for me. Okay? I will only allow exact answers unless specified otherwise. You guys with me on that? So you see why it might be better to just keep it as a fraction, because if you get this, this takes more work, this takes more work. If you were already right and you had an acceptable answer, why are you doing more work? You with me? Now let me show you the other way of solving this guy. Because some of you didn't do it the way that I just described up here. Some of you will say, you know what? I want to move my variable terms in such a way that I have a positive coefficient. So you move the x's to the right, which means you have to move the constants to the left, so you add 14 to both sides. When you do that, you have 39 equals 9x, and then what happens? Divide by 9, reduce by a factor of 3, and you still get 13/3. So does it matter which way I do this? No. Which way would I probably do it? this way. I know that my shortcomings may happen when there are more negatives involved because there's more stuff that I have to keep track of in my mind, right? But if everything's positive, I'm more comfortable with that. But you do what is most comfortable for you, what's easiest, and what is valid.